All right, hey everybody. I just wanted to kind of make a quicker video. I know I always say that every time and it always ends up long, but this time I mean it. A quicker video about some of the possible Native American artifacts that I have found up here on the shores of Lake Michigan in northeast Wisconsin near Green Bay, where I live right now. And there's a few pieces that I found up in Lake Superior in the past 10 days, I want to say. Well, maybe a little 2 weeks, we'll put it that way. Either way, I'm just hoping that somebody might see these and help me out, because I put in kind of a longer video, I think in my last one, about my explanation of how I grew up in Toledo, Ohio, on the Maumee River, and very close to Lake Erie. And there's a lot of awesome history there with Indian tribes and the French and Indian War, going back to the War of 1812 and things like that. And I've always loved that when I was, especially in elementary, middle school, learning about those things. Other kids are like sleeping at their desks, and I'm like, ooh. So, all right. I will show you guys some of the, like I said, possible artifacts that I have here. All right, here's the first little batch. You know, I've been hunting these shores up here in Lake Michigan for 2 years, and I mean, it's been an intense 2 years where I've been out there pretty much almost every weekend. And I've gotten to know these rocks and the shapes of them, and this is odd. That's why I picked it up initially. Oh, I want to say I found this a year ago. Anyway, you know, I don't even know what it is from, this base rock. It looks like basalt, but, and this is clean too. This isn't dirt in here. It's a pretty solid rock. You know, you can see some layers that have formed up. Anyway, oh, I'm gonna have to do better at this. Talk with it. I'm holding my phone. Anyway, you know, not sure if this is a halved piece, you know, naturally slabbed, whatever you want to call it, or some kind of axe. I don't know. And these are some other odd shapes that I found, especially this one. You know, that's typically in my area up here, that's not natural. It's a one of a kind, and I've seen millions of rocks. And I believe this is actually from the same type of base stone right there. Another one. Maybe certain places in the Great Lakes, this is common, but not here. Weird. No clue if that is even remotely an artifact, what it would have been used for. And then here's another like a mini version of that one, I want to say. You know, it's, I feel it's shaped. Obviously, it doesn't have a sharp edge, cutting edge, if you would even call it that. But this one, yeah, I believe that's natural layering of this stone. But once again, odd shape. Not common at all. As well as with this. Strange. These three are also of their own same type of stone. I don't want to guess what they're from, but this one I really like. It's flat. Well, as flat as they can get. Almost on each side. Nice and smooth. I would like to say it's probably chert. Not sure. Same with this. Oops. You know, there's this flat edge on the bottom. I mean, this thing, if I can get it here, it stands up. Weird. And this is a rougher version of the previous two. Same deal. Okay, this is my favorite. I think this is jasper. Super sharp. And I know what conchoidal fractures are. Maybe these are what you would consider that, with the scallop shell type indents. They're not very obvious though in my eyes. And I've compared a lot of rocks to this. You know, maybe it's a kind of a red flint. I'm unsure. I just call it this jasper. This is the outer edge of this. But to me, it's comfortable to hold. Like, I would, if I was told, hey, go scrape an arrow shaft, this thing would work sweet. And I found this buried in a pile of sand on the beach that had a bunch of loose rocks on top of it, and it's just happened to kind of fall out in front of me. I'll never forget it because I was fascinated by this thing. It's like, what the heck? Really not normal fracturing of this type of rock that I have found ever before. There's another, it's the same type of stone. Very rough. Maybe that's just a, you know, naturally occurring deal. And then here's the rest of my questionables. This one here, oh, where'd it go? There. It has some grooved markings in it that are not like any fossil I've ever found up here. I mean, they truly look pretty much man-made. Oh, I don't think this is working very well. I'm sorry, guys. You can see that, and then, oh, here. These are kind of deep. It almost looks like cut marks from a blade or something. It's weird. This one too. Oh, wait, where'd it go? That's weird. And this is not like a piece of mortar or something from an old wall. This is an abnormal marking on a stone. And like I said, I've seen just millions of them. I've sifted through millions. One of a kind. Very strange. This one, you know, I picked it up because it resembles a point. And it's made of a hard, waxy chert or flint. Possible jasper. Very rough, obviously, and whatnot. Same with this. This looks like limestone, and it isn't. It's got a waxy outer base. You can kind of see it there, I think. These are the other questionables. I don't really think this one is an artifact of any sort. If it was, I'd be shocked. Very smooth on the bottom, nicely shaped, but who would make a point like that? Way too big, too fat. So there you have it. Now this one I found also it has some odd grooved markings in it. I think that's laminate staining on this. But it seems, I don't know, it's just totally different from any other thing I've ever found. And this one, you know, that could just be a concretion that he wrote it over time, but once again, waxy chert / flint. Cool and unique. So, all right, well, thanks for putting up with me on this Thursday night. If anybody has any thoughts, I would love to hear them, because this is a huge learning process for me and I am committed to this. Like, I want to be able to go out and find points and flakes and know exactly what I'm looking at and not having to guess anymore. So if you can help me out, oh, I thank you so much. All right, everybody have a good night.